Making It Work is brought to you by Wix. Create your own professional website for free at wix.com/go/TFD.
As far back as I can remember, the idea of having kids never seemed appealing to me. When my girlfriends were playing with their dolls and begging their parents for the life-size baby ones who sucked a bottle and simulated peeing, I was building Lego sets and playing video games. I don't think that made me some kind of a special snowflake. Of course, because I know that there's nothing special about a girl who liked to build things. I just didn't care about kids. I didn't want to pretend to take care of one, and I preferred to do other things instead. As I went through high school, then college, then my 20s, I assumed that this attitude would magically change. Everyone told me how much I'd want kids someday, from my mother, to my sister-in-law, to my gynecologist. But as I approached 30 and found myself married to a pretty damn wonderful man, I started panicking that the baby switch had not yet been flipped in my head. Not only was I not feeling that magical feeling everyone told me I would, I was letting down everyone around me who wanted a baby from me. My family, my friends who were now having babies themselves, and potentially my husband. But the truth is that my husband and I never really talked about kids. Mostly because the two of us were aunt and uncle since we were in our early 20s, it probably seemed natural that we'd have kids too, and we would talk about it in very general ways. Like if we saw a good Pixar movie, we'd make a comment like, "Oh, our kids won't appreciate this X years from now," or something. And I loved him so much that it never seemed weird to me, this feeling that I didn't objectively want kids, but could occasionally refer to them with him. But we'd never addressed it head on, and as I began to have nightmares around my 30th birthday about finding out I was pregnant, I knew I had to. So one day I asked him flat out if and when he actually wanted to have kids. After much circling around the subject on both of our parts, we realized that neither of us wanted them, and both felt immensely relieved. Between us, we had 7 nieces and nephews, whom we were very close to, so our parents could never really pull the "we want grandkids" cards on us effectively. And since both of us loved our careers, travel, and freedom to pursue our various hobbies, not having kids felt like the best way to continue living the way we wanted. Once we realized that we were both on the same page, we spoke to our doctors about permanent birth control solutions. Surprise, surprise, I got a ton of concern trolling, and he got basically handed a pamphlet about vasectomies. We realized that people's perception of me not wanting kids was always going to be vastly different from people's perception of him, even though we were a united couple making a decision together for the rest of our lives. And the truth is that the judgment is non-stop. We don't have anything to hide, yet simply saying, "we actually aren't going to have children," when someone annoyingly asks us when the kids are coming along, stops the conversation dead in its tracks. When you say you don't want children, people suddenly become vigorous disciples of a religion called having children, and they are going to do everything in their power to convert you while you're still stuck in a conversation together. It's obnoxious and judgmental and frankly incredibly rude. What if we wanted kids but couldn't have them? What if something had happened to a child we'd had? Why in the world is it socially acceptable to kick off conversations with, "when are you having kids?" It's a can of worms that no one should be opening. Look, I love kids and can totally understand how bonded parents feel to them, but the act of having a baby does not meet the bare minimum definition of a miracle. Someone who doesn't want them is not throwing away their life's meaning. It's degrading, frankly, and imagines that I'm A, much less intelligent than I am, and B, unable to make decisions for my own marriage, body, and life. I think that parenting is an often fraught thing, and yet parents are almost required by society to portray it as perfect all the time. Maybe anyone who opts out for selfish reasons feels like a threat or an inherent judgment on having children, but if a woman can be happy and fulfilled and totally whole without having children, then maybe that means having kids isn't the most important job a woman can do, or necessary to make a marriage whole, or something that makes you complete as a person. Having children then becomes just another choice among many, instead of a divine calling that everyone must follow. Truthfully, there is no such thing as a selfish reason to not have kids. Having a child is something many people do, whether we like it or not, without the proper thought or resources. Not having a child when you know you are not equipped or don't desire to be a parent is the ethical and frankly moral thing to do. My husband and I have talked about possibly fostering later in life when we're more settled in our careers, but that's just a big maybe, and us doing that noble thing wouldn't make our choice now any different. Us not having children is still the right thing, and us putting another child into the world because we thought that's what was expected of us would be the worst possible option for us and for the child. and frankly, for the world. The next time you're thinking of telling a woman who doesn't want kids that she'll change her mind, remember that you are subtly pressuring her to make a decision she has already said is not right for her. You are adding to the social stigma every day of women who opt out of kids and increasing the likelihood that ever more children will be born into the world with parents who didn't fully, enthusiastically want them. We have the power to change the social paradigms, slow down overpopulation, and allow women to make their own choices on their own terms. And the first step in this process is to leave us the hell alone.
No matter what your goals are, a personalized website can help you get there. From holding you accountable to a hobby, to documenting your professional progress, to cultivating an online presence for your business. And with a platform like Wix, you can create the website of your dreams all by yourself. Wix is a free platform that allows anyone to build personalized, professional, and beautiful websites. No coding experience necessary. The advanced drag and drop tools let you create a beautiful website in minutes. With over 160 million registered users, Wix can help anyone build a business, establish a personal brand, or easily design a customized portfolio. With beautifully designed templates and all-in-one management, Wix offers hundreds of templates, unlimited pages, and top-grade hosting for free. And if you upgrade to one of their premium subscriptions, you can get even more. Whether you create a website for your business or professional needs, or simply as a hobby, Wix offers you total creative freedom so that your website reflects exactly who you are. Visit wix.com/go/TFD to create your own free Wix website. Or you can upgrade to a yearly premium plan for even more features and get 15% off with our promo code TFD15.